Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Enoma and welcome to our reaction to Genesis. This time it is for their song Dreaming While You Sleep, and this one is for our patron Jeffrey. It's been a while that we reacted to Genesis, just 2 weeks or so, but we are used to reacting to them more often. And this song's title is interesting, Dreaming While You Sleep.
We have done around half a dozen reactions of Genesis or so.
We have a playlist.
Yeah, we have a playlist running, and hopefully with the number of patrons that love Genesis, I'm sure that that number will rise very quickly in the near future. A common comment that we often get is that we are not reacting to the big hits of Genesis, and the only answer that I can give as the co-founder of this channel is that we work purely on Patreon request as well as long-term subscribers, our family, our friends, their request. And unfortunately, till this point in time, we have not really got a big request of Genesis. And if we have, it has to clear the copyright checks.
Yeah.
So that is another issue, secondary issue, that sometimes stops us from reacting to a request. Having said that, I think this is going to be one of those requests which we can possibly talk a lot about. And the reason I say that is because both you and me, we love dreaming.
Yeah.
We love to dream. I love to daydream even. I love fantasies. I love going down memory lane during deep spells of meditation. I actually have taught dream interpretation for almost a year online as a course, certificate course in dream interpretation. So I do have kind of some knowledge about dreams and how to interpret dreams, not just from a psychological point of view, but a realistic point of view, taking the person's experience and all into mind. So reacting to a song like this is a joy for me. That's what we long for in Enoma. We long for songs that are never heard by us before in our lives. This fits that perfectly. B, songs that our background, our education, our experiences can add value to our analysis of it. If we do have the time and we do have lyrics in the song, we love to analyze it with our background in counseling and psychology, and in this case, dream interpretation. So I think we'll get started right away, Kirti. I'm sure you'll have a lot to say later. For now, let's start off with the song.
Let's get started, yes.
Yeah, and this is a Patreon request, in case we didn't mention it already.
For our patron Jeffrey.
For our patron Jeffrey. Let's begin.
Yeah.
It is the first time single take an honest reaction.
Wow, it just starts.
In and out of sleep, trying to keep my hands upon the wheel. I never saw the corner in the driving lane. I never saw her step into the street. Dreaming while you sleep. Dreaming while you sleep. see what I had done. I had to keep on driving deep into the night. The miles between which saw my foot hit right. Dreaming while you sleep. Dreaming while you sleep. Memories to keep. Dreaming while you sleep.
Wow, this is one of those songs that you don't want to get over
Yes,
so
I know.
quickly.
You're right.
It's just so enthralling, so exciting to listen to it. It's such a deep topic, a very sensitive topic,
Very sensitive.
a hit and run. Wow, is it a dream or is it reality? That's what we'll try to get at possibly during this discussion at some point of time. Kirti, what are your feelings listening to this? I know what you're going to say, your favorite parts. I know what they are. How did you feel listening to it?
You know, the favorite part starts right in the beginning. The second the music starts, the moment the music started, that was the most favorite part. It was as if, wild safari music infused with rock music. I don't know how many people will agree with it, but the other music that tick, 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 that I would say safari music, and the rest rock. Love the vocals, and the best part of the vocals were dreaming while you sleep, dreaming while you sleep. It was dreamy the way he would say that.
I like that passion that came in when he sang All My Life. Wow, that was great. Sir Phil Collins, wow. He has such a beautiful voice. It's initially I was, on the fence. Is it Peter Gabriel? Is
I
it
can
Phil
never
Collins?
tell. I don't know why. I can never tell.
But now I know. Now I know.
How would you say that?
This is Phil Collins.
Okay.
Both of them are such great singers.
For me, it's not clear. I never, want to put my neck on the line and say whether it is Peter Gabriel or Phil
For
Collins.
me, the two main highlights.
Yes.
The big drum coming in, that drum beats. Wow, that took me by surprise the first time itself. That was the major highlight for me. And secondly, the vocals of Sir Phil Collins, the way he sang this, it had such subtle variations. It was so beautifully done. I don't think there are too many singers on the planet who can do it quite the way it was done over here. It's very subtle. You have to really pay close attention like we did to get that subtle nature of the singing, the vocal artistry of Sir Phil Collins. I love this song. This is definitely one of the favorites that we've listened to and reacted to.
Yeah.
A first time reaction, a first time listen. This is definitely right up there on my list as of now. It is a song I never heard of before. I didn't even know it existed before we got this request. Dreaming While You Sleep. What do you think this one is all about? I obviously we both know it, I think. By the first or second verse, we did get a pretty good idea. It was very well
When
made.
he said around the corner I didn't see and things like that, I started getting
what are your thoughts
where
on
it was going. Let me first say this and get it out of the way. The drums, when they started drumming that way on certain lines, it was as if thunder was hitting him, or there was a strike on him, thunder strike falling on him. And that's how the song is going at that point of time in the song lineup. It's about somebody who was driving. The weather wasn't too good. It's kind of a story, the way it is told. It's a story. It's a full-fledged story. And he's, going full speed on the highway. He wasn't paying too much attention. Maybe he was dreaming. Maybe he was a bit drowsy. He was sleeping. He didn't see what happened. But by the time he realized that he had knocked a woman. And he didn't want to stop, he just wanted to go off. Because that moment he couldn't decide what to do. Whether to go and save or just run off. So that makes it a pure legit hit and run case. Which is the worst thing you can do as a driver. If ever you do this, I would always say stop and please take the person who you have knocked down. It is an accident. Nobody does it on purpose. But please show some consideration. We have had so many stories in our country, in our city. By the facts, by the statistics, Mumbai, our whole country now has become one of those topmost countries where fatal accidents are the maximum in number.
On the road.
On the road, 250,000 people. I think if I'm right, 250,000 people die or get affected by this, on the road accidents.
I think the number is a lot higher than that.
Maybe. The last, few years ago,
Before we get into all that, let's focus on the lyrics of the song first. This is haunting him.
It is haunting him.
It is. I don't think it's a dream. I initially thought, if it's about a dream and I could interpret it or analyze it using my skills. Doesn't seem to be the case here, at least on the first listen for me. What it seems like is he made this mistake. It's a mistake that's haunting him every day and night. The movie I Know What You Did Last Summer comes to mind almost instantly.
Yeah.
A couple of other songs I can think about, but it doesn't cover this topic as graphically and as wonderfully as this one has. I'm surprised I've not heard this song till today because it's such a wonderful song that takes up such a serious topic, There's of course drinking and driving, there's texting and driving, and there are accidents. Now, road accidents, by its definition itself, is an accident on the road. It means you didn't intend it to happen. It's an accident. But when you're drinking and driving, or when you're texting while driving, or
that's criminal.
On the phone while driving, you are conscious. It's no longer an accident. It's a criminal offense, straight away. The song focuses mostly, what I would like to also focus on from now till the end in my discussion is, that it mainly focuses on the aftermath of such an event happening for the person who was involved in the hit and run. Not the person who he killed.
The victim, yeah.
Who he killed, and it's on the news, it's on the radio, and he's pretending to think it isn't him. Not the person who died, or the victim, innocent victim. It's about his story, the thought processes. He regrets it every little second. It comes to a point. I have had one or two incidents in my life where I have discussed this, with a client who came in with something similar, not a road accident, but something similar that happened, a big mistake that he committed. And in fact, that story, with his permission, also ended up in the Sunday Times, one of the most read English newspapers in the country. I'll get into that maybe some other time. The focus here is the aftermath. I love how Genesis crafted the lyrics because it gave great insight into his thought process. Every single second it was like a nightmare for him. It was on his mind. Was it a dream? Did I actually do it? At the end of the day, you do think that way. Is it a dream? Am I still sleeping? Am I awake? Was I awake when it happened? Did I actually do it? What can I do to get over this? You can't. When you do something like that,
your life changes instantly.
And it affects you more if you actually, it wasn't an accident, as in the cases I said. Drinking and driving, texting and driving, being on your phone and driving, or any other distraction that caused you to talking while driving to someone else in the car. I kind of detest those scenes in movies and shows where suddenly the cab driver or the person is looking behind and chatting with the person while driving. I mean, are you crazy? I mean, can you actually do that in Mumbai? You do that even for a second and you're gone.
And
you're gone. Your car is gone. You are gone. You probably won't get insurance if someone's watched you doing it. You're literally you may have your license revoked, at least for a while, or suspended. What are your thoughts, Kirti, on this? So this was a real great illustration for me. That's what I have to say. In case we have time, I'll say a bit more.
Okay. It is about him, but he's also talking about her, who he knocked down, and I don't think she's dead yet. I think she is in hospital. Because he keeps saying that, when she wakes up or when she stops dreaming, when she comes out of that, what will happen then? I don't think he's confessed his crime.
So
Or
I think I got that wrong because I thought she
No,
died.
she's not dead. She's not
Oh.
definitely not dead. She is still alive. Maybe in a state where she cannot communicate or badly affected. But she is alive. Not in a not in a good state though. He is in denial too. He's saying, I will take the secret to my grave. Can I? I mean, can I do that? Would I, if I get another chance, would I say it wasn't me or it was me? He is in two minds whether he wants to admit he's done it, he wants to keep it a secret. It's haunting him, it's affecting him, everything is happening. The bottom line is that once it has happened, it has happened. How you deal with it is your up to you. It's literally up to you. I am one of those people who's a very 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 scared driver. I've never ever been behind the wheels ever in my life, and I don't think I can do that because of the only fear, not me dying but me knocking somebody else. That's fear always back of my mind. We have had so many cases, and one of the topmost cases in this country we have had relating to a superstar from our film industry also been into the same case. It is a precedent case. It has been going on for a long time about hit and run, and it's a major topic in India, in Mumbai at least, and people take it very seriously.
Yeah. So I think that's about it for this discussion.
It's a thought-provoking song by
Definitely
Genesis.
a thought-provoking, beautiful song. We loved it.
Soul-searching song too.
Soul searching, and if you've done anything like that in your life, definitely you connect with it instantly. As I was mentioning with the client who had a similar case, it was difficult for him to get out of it. He was
Your life
pretty
changes
disturbed.
in a upside down.
And you kind of isolate yourself like he did. He kind of isolated himself from everyone, his family members, his friends, because of an incident like this, and it was devastating to say the least. I do not know if he's still alive today. He's dead, but it was devastating, and thankfully he allowed me to share his story, a bit of his story, with changing his name and things like that with the press, because I wanted it to be out there, and he wanted it also to be out there because it can affect your life. Great song by Genesis. I do wonder whether there's some history behind this. If there is, I would love to know. Please share it in the comments. Any trivia about this song, how it happened, how it came about. And finally, there's a question I will pose to you all because we are out of time completely. Is it a dream? Is he sleeping? Or did this really happen? I would love to hear your take on that. I purposefully left it out. Purposely, no, purposefully. Thanks for watching. Do check out our Patreon page to learn more about Kirti and me, our channel, our education background, our experience, how we go about doing reactions. The link is in the description box of this video, or you could directly type in the secure link https patreon.com/Enoma. Thank you so much.